Are we live again? Is that better? No. What the heck? All right. I guess I'll do it this way. Let me just change this altogether to complete it. How's that? That's better, I know. Welcome, everyone. I had a little bit of an orientation problem earlier. And so we are back live part two. And everything's looking better. Although I don't know why it won't give me another screen. Anyway, pain in my booty. Samosas. Samosas. Bake at 350 degrees. 20 minutes. Hello. Yeah, well, I wish I could get the broad screen. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's because I'm on my phone. Anyway, so here's my Ziploc bag. I wrote samosas, 350 degrees, 20 minutes. So we know Chris knows how to cook them. If there's ever an issue where he has to cook for himself, God forbid. All right. That is end of the timer. Regarded. Hey, Abby, do you ever eat Indian food? Have you ever had it? That's what I'm cooking tonight. Not a big deal, but I need a break after cooking like almost all day yesterday. All right. So, oh, wait. That was my 5 minutes for my samosas. I'm so out of it. Oh, crap. Yeah. All right. Pains. I'm not that hungry, but Chris needs to eat. It's getting later. Mm-hmm. Oh, you only like the flatbreads? Yeah, the naan. This isn't bad. This is what I'm doing. It's an easy sauce. So you basically saute your chicken and put it in this. This has creamy coconut and spices. And I know a lot of people don't like coconut. So I like it. I like it. This is a very mild Indian. So, but it's one of my favorites. And since it's in a jar, it's even more my favorite. So easy. I do cook some Indian from scratch, but it is pretty time consuming. It's like any Asian food, you know. So it it gets to be a lot. What am I looking for? Nothing. Nothing that I need here. Okay, I gotta cut some chicken. This is way more chicken than I thought, so I'm gonna have to bag some. Maybe I'll make I'll figure something out tonight. I have a busy week this week. I have a dentist appointment. I have breast appointment. Make sure to do that, ladies. Every year. I've been doing it since I was, I don't know, like 25 every year almost. So it's important. Important. So let me bag one of these breasts is here. You know, you've never tried. What did you try? Do you know, Addie? I got like chana masala too, and that's basically chickpeas and a tomato sauce with cilantro. That's really good. So it gross out on the chicken, y'all. So Eddie, what have you done today? Just sat around and watched YouTube. I put out, I don't know, I guess a couple of videos. But yesterday, what did I do? I filmed like 3 things and shorts. I was busy yesterday. I'm trying to put out a short every day. I don't know. I don't know how well I've succeeded, but that's kind of my goal. And so I've been doing that. And I kind of caught up on not putting out too much long form yesterday, especially in the cooking. I need to get out. I may do a video later of the orchard because there's some persimmons that are ready to be picked, and I'm ready to eat them. So it's so exciting watching them come in the spring, but then you have to wait till fall to be able to eat them. It's worth the wait though. Like I said, I recommend if anyone ever plants a fruit tree in their yard, and it's pretty much the first thing you should do when you buy a house. It could take some years to produce well, is buy a persimmon tree. They're a little pricey, but they're worth it because persimmons cost $2.50 in the store each, and they're about the size of an apple. You can grow organic ones, after your initial cost of $60, it pays for itself generally in 1 year, if not two, depending on the size of your tree when you buy it. But I recommend buying a young one because they are pretty prolific. Although this year has been weird. We had that late freeze, so we do have some persimmon, but it's not as prolific as a lot of years. So, time to turn my samosas. Huh. It's smelling good. There's the samosas. So Addie, you might like these. Like I said, that's just like a pastry with potato and peas, and the spices are fairly mild. All right. And roll again. Don't let that get too hot. I put plastic on here by accident. Inhaling plastic by accident, and now it is a bear to get off. So, oh, who else is here? Just Addie. There's Chris. Hey, the mother and daughter duo. How's it going? Did y'all get a lot of rain? Here's Yeah, did you get much rain up there, the mother-daughter duo and Addie? Y'all New Yorkers. Hey, the mother and daughter duo. I'm just making some Indian out of I have some frozen Punjabi samosas and I have this Patak's korma. This is good because you can use tofu, you can use meat, um, or paneer, I should say, or meat, or whatever you like in there. You could use all vegetables. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, for us it was kind of rainy up until I don't know, it's very mild here. It was the end of August where we first started hitting the 90s. But other than that, if you're looking for a hot summer, you didn't get it here this year. I think everywhere else did. You're right back. All right, back to it. Let's do it. Move it over here a little closer, maybe. I have some easy roasted garlic naan. You know, sometimes this stuff's hard to find. I go to the Indian market more to get naans, but they're good. Have you ever made a pizza with naan? That's good too. You can use the plain or the garlic. Makes for a pretty darn good pizza. Yeah, we had a great rain in the middle of the night when I went to bed, or this morning, I should say. It was like, I don't know, it was one-ish, midnight-ish, started raining. It was beautiful. I slept later. I was going to say I slept late today. I slept later than I normally sleep. Turn this up some. But yeah, I like this korma curry from Patak. Now it does have a bit of sugar in it, but let's see, 3 grams of added sugars. But the coconut, I think, has some sugar. Sodium, it's only 180 milligrams, and that's for a full quarter cup. But I mean, I won't even eat a quarter cup of that. That's why I like this sauce. It's low in sodium, fairly low in sugars for a coconut-based sauce. Um, it isn't too expensive. It's like maybe 3 and change, 4 and change. Even if it was 5, like we'll get probably 4 servings out of this at least. It says serve 7. But we'll get like 4 servings. Well, 2 Chris servings and 2 of my servings. That's about 7. I like it because it isn't very. It's not a lot of bad stuff in it. So I like, and it's easy. Oh my gosh! Like you can have dinner on the table in like 30 seconds. I like to put the sauce in and add a little bit of water to it and let it reduce. Um, which is recommended anyway on the label. Make sure your chicken is well cooked. Now, if you wanted to, you can really let it simmer a long time. with even more water, but it's not required. Such an easy dinner, y'all. Serve this with a little side salad. I've got tomato, cucumber salad. And like I said, I have the chutney and the let me pull the chutney out that I like. It comes with a tamarind cilantro chutney. But I use this as Patax also. And this is a mango chutney. It has 1 tablespoon is 50 calories, 200 milligrams of sodium, 12 carb. It does have more added sugar in it because it's almost like a jelly, like a mango jelly. It's a sweet mango chutney, not the hot. Oh, Addie, I just uploaded like a video of some corn fritters I made last night. And oh yeah, you could definitely put this in a slow cooker, Addie. But I just uploaded a video on corn fritters, and I did a short of where I was frying the first one to test it out and make sure the batter was good. And that has some frying in it, like a little ASMR. If it weren't for me talking over it with my vocal fry. We're cooking now. Glad all of our friends in New York are fine. I don't know if I have any viewers from Maine. I know there's some from the coastal areas. Let's see. This. Check my samosa again. They're getting pretty. And these puppies. I forget what brand this is, but I kind of prefer the Squad brand to whatever brand this is of samosa. Bring this down to simmer. Open the jaw. I just put water in this, and I'm just shaking it up to get every last bit of goodness out. There we go. Smells so good. Does anybody else like coconut? I love it. I think Chris likes it, but he's not like, oh, coconut. I'm one of those, coconut anything makes me happy. Wasn't somebody, isn't Will afraid, allergic to coconut, honey? No. I think Will's allergic to coconut too. Because I always thought it was ironic that he was born in Hawaii, but he's allergic to coconut. So he couldn't have like, because I remember when I made one of our luau's, I made the hupia, I believe is how it's pronounced. He couldn't eat it. He couldn't try it. So, yeah, that was funny. So I think I'm just gonna leave these in here for now and just turn the oven off. they're kind of, I guess they're different than the other Punjabi. They don't get kind of brown and crispy in the oven. I don't know why. And uh, those cook higher. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But here's the consistency of the sauce here. Kind of runny. It's kind of hard to tell too with these silicone spoons. But we'll cook it until it kind of clings to the back of a metal spoon. So here we just let it simmer. And then right before I serve this, I'll throw these naan in the oven. And I took them out of the freezer. They look like they are almost thawed, but they'll only take like a minute to heat up and dinner's served. So like I said, it's a super, super easy dinner. And even though I like to cook the samosa for like 20 minutes, they're pretty much already done in another 5 minutes. So in about 25, 30 minutes, you can have dinner on the table. And it isn't that expensive. Compared to if you went out to eat this dinner, it would be super expensive. Oh yeah. Yeah, that a coconut, I swear, like I was like a dog with a bone. Mom would buy me a coconut and I'd be up there, getting the husk off and, then hammering away, trying to get to the milk. And then, of course, trying to peel all that flesh out and eat it. Delicious. But yeah, that's a pomegranate. Yeah, always kept me busy. See, now I said I'm not hungry, but now I'm going to sit here and eat this because it smells so good. Mhm. Hey, Addie, what's your favorite ethnic food? And the mother and daughter doer, what's your favorite ethnic cuisine? I like so many, it's hard to say. You know what, honey, we haven't been to in a while is Destin. We should meet there next week for dinner because I have to go around that way anyway, and I could meet you after work there. Hmm. Yeah, I like Ethiopian food. I like tibs, which is basically just kind of a meat, tomato, onion, bell pepper, and some babiri seasoning, which is a little bit spicy. And so it's kind of like African fajitas. And then, except of course, they serve it with injera instead of flour tortillas, and the spice profile is a bit better. I like it better than fajitas. But you can get fish tib, lamb, chicken, beef. They have a pretty good variety. And no, one night, don't they have like a half price tips or something? Anyway, and you usually get like two sides with it. I usually get misir, which is a lentil stew that has a lot of onion. And it's the yellow dal kind of lentils. And again, the babiri spice that I love. So that's my favorite uh, African food, I think. But I need to try some other African food, with the fufu and all that stuff. Uh, here's that. This is babiri. Babiri is a lot of different spices to make this blend. And I bought this at a different store than I normally do, a different African store, and I don't like this blend as much. as I do the other African store on Buford Highway that I bought the berry spice from. Hey, I didn't even recognize if that store is still there, honey. The Indian store on Buford Highway. I mean, the African store. They definitely have the better berry for certain. Only thing I don't like about the African stores is if you go there, they'll sell the injera in, of course, these huge round things. And I only need like 2 or 3, maybe 4. They sell them in these giant packs that I just won't go through. And I just don't think they freeze as well to me. I like them fresh. So I think I froze them once and I had a little issue with them. So wonder if Bimbo had to get on the roof again last night. Hmm. Does anyone want to? Does anyone want to come on live? How do I copy the link? If I can figure that out. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Copy. Mm-hmm. All right. You have to see my ugly mug for a minute. Where's my? There we go. Anyone wants to come up? Come on down. All right. Still soupy. So weird doing this on my phone. I'm progressing. I'm getting more comfortable with Hattie. Of course you would. Mm, yeah, I Japanese is good. I have those Japanese eggplant. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. It's time to harvest them. But I'm kind of more tempted to make them Egyptian style than um, Japanese style. If I'm going to do it Japanese style, I kind of need some miso. They're good in black bean sauce too, is how I like them. But any way you cook them, they kind of require frying. I fried those corn fritters this week, but those didn't take up a lot of oil, which even surprised me. I didn't use too much at all. Hey, Chris, hit the side chat like you want to go on. Hit the link. I want to see what it looks like when somebody pops up in the back room. I'm surprised Bimbo's not here. I can imagine the commentary she'd be given on this. Let me see. Did you click the link? I know links are so hard to click. Might take a while. Don't you clicked it? Is that what don't means? Been married 30 years. I can interpret a don't. Let's see. I don't see you. You are backstage. Yes. Or guest. How come I can't see you? Funny. Funny. Maybe one day I'll get used to this. Huh. I see you. I don't see you backstage here. See? And then I go here. And there. I don't see you backstage there. And I don't see you backstage here.
I guess linking the video is the tricky part.
Ah, there you are. Ta-da. Ta-da. It's a 2-for-1 special.
The reverb from being in person and hearing it through the speakers is the tricky part too.
Well, you can turn it down.
That's true.
And you and I are live, so
Mm-hmm.
we can hear you. It's not like we're in different states. All right, I've turned up my simmering here. How hungry are you, honey? Are you doing the Bachman Turner Overdrive, Addie? Have you done any prep for that? I started listening to the first album, but I haven't done that. Chris usually does his homework on the way to and from work. So, yeah. Yeah, I was kind of looking back at the hits that we got, and I thought Leonard Skinner would get more hits, and I thought we may have more hits on Velvet Underground. I don't know. It may be slow to come. So, on Bimbo's channel. You know what? I may have a glass of wine. I had a little bit of wine when Friday night after the show. My consumption's gone way down. I would have a little wine every night. Now I'm barely ever. So, which is good. I'm not complaining. But I thought it helped me sleep a little bit more, but apparently not so much. So Bimbo, she still said the other night, yesterday, she said, when she came to stay here, we don't have TVs anywhere. We have 0 TVs. So when we go to bed, everything's quiet. And she said she's still not sleeping with the TV on. She's like, man, I sleep so much better. It's amazing. So that's good. I'm happy for her. But yeah, God knows what awful crap you listen to subconsciously in the middle of the night when you're sleeping with the TV on. And those hideous infomercials. That's enough to make one depressed or just not resting well. And I see, even though I do these assignments, I cannot even name. I'd have to go back and look at my call list to see what I even chose. So this is funny. So I can't change screens either once you come on. That's weird. Trying to restore connection. There, yeah. So that's funny. You can't change.
I wonder if you do a mirror because everything was inverted, for the video. Like when you held things up, the text was backwards.
Yeah. Well. All right. So I'm just showing while that simmers because it is going to be a little while. I lie. So it's not a half hour dinner. It's probably a half hour dinner if you don't decide to sit down and have a glass of wine while it's simmering. So how hungry are you? Chris, how hungry are you?
Maybe a 7.
7.
Give or take.
All right, good.
I can eat now. I can eat later.
All right. See what I do. This is the trick, ladies. Starve your man. Like, if you starve your man enough, then he'll think all of your food is delicious. That's my secret.
Well, the Irish have an expression: "Hunger is a good sauce."
Yes, hunger is a good sauce. So, I don't know. We shall see. Chris has had this dish before. Addie, we don't know a whole lot about wine, I would say. Like, we know everything we've had in France ever was amazing, even the cheapest stuff, because, they keep all the good stuff for themselves. One time we were in a little town. I can't remember the name. I'd know it if I looked it up. But most stuff was closed, right, for the afternoon hour.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was closed from like 2 to 5-ish in France. But we went to this little town and this little place was open. It was kind of like a convenience store. And think like a large inner city convenience store. You walk in and there was a little counter there, but they had a deli to the left towards the back, and it was full of all kinds of salads. They had fresh baguettes, they had wine, and we wanted some lunch. We were going to take it back to these rocks on the beach and have a picnic. And so we got all our stuff, and I was like, oh gosh, I forgot our wine opener. And I don't know if you had to interpret that in French to ask if they had a wine opener or not. But
probably use hand signals.
No, you speak French well enough. But the guy, he just pulls out a bottle opener and he corks the wine for us right there, knowing we were leaving his shop. And I was like totally like freaked out, as American laws here. But I guess there it's no big deal. He corked it for us. We were on our way. And we're sitting on, we're having our lunch, having our wine and everything. And we had asked the guy for his recommendation for wine too, right? And so it was a bottle, and I look in the bag, and the bag has the store name on it and the town name. And I look at the bottle, and the bottle has the same name as the bag. So it was out of his vineyard, right? And it was amazing. It was a red wine. It was really good. That was on the Brittany coast.
I think so.
When we went, can't remember if that was closer to San Malo or if it was closer to Karnak. But that was a pretty cool experience, like having the guy cork his own wine and sell it to us. And it was amazing. And then we went another time. We went down to Anawala, which is in the Loire Valley. So we got to do a lot of Vouvray, and the Vouvray there is a white, and it's a lot of what they have locally is a bubbly. It's not champagne. It's Loire Valley is just outside of. You have Loire Valley. What is that state? Do you know the state name? There's Brittany. There's Loire. I can't remember the state name. Anyway, and then you have Bordeaux, then Champagne, kind of in that area.
Maybe Loire. It's the Loire region.
Yeah, I'm not sure though. Anyway, that wine is amazing, especially as a summer wine. It's very light, very fruity, very drinkable. Doesn't have a heavy alcohol taste. And to get the bubbly in the States is very difficult. I got it once in San Francisco several years ago. And then more recently, we have a more extensive beer and wine store called Total Wines. I think they're kind of around the country now. And they have, there's one, we have to travel kind of far for it, but because that location only has it. But they have a lot of the bubbly Vouvrays. But they had some really good bubblies from Spain too. I don't know. My mother-in-law and I went there, and I think we bought she probably bought a couple $100 worth, and I bought probably $100 worth. And then she likes to have these wine tastings, so we'll go over and taste different wines and see what we like best. But for me, the Vouvray is always a winner. She's crazy enough, when she retired, as part of her retirement celebration, she decided to buy a Dom Perignon. And so I said, well, let's do a tasting. And we bought, what did we buy? We bought like a $20 bottle of wine, and we bought it was then, I think 55, the Moet Chandon. Is that what we got, Chris?
That's right.
Yeah, I think that's what we got. So we could compare it to the Dom Perignon. And the Dom Perignon, I would never buy again. I like the Moet Chandon, and even the $20 bottle, I thought was a lot more drinkable. What did you think, Chris?
I like any of the Vouvrays are tasty. They're very smooth. Really Chandon's probably better.
Yeah,
I like them all.
I think Moet Chandon's gone up to like $65 a bottle.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy. I haven't looked lately. So, do you have access to some of those New York wines, Addie? It's kind of like that area of France. They never leave, like Long Island. They kind of like never leave Long Island. They're all, they don't send a lot of that to other states. So have you ever tried any of the Long Island wines, Addie? I think, Jim, did he like other upstate wine, New York wines? Chris's uncle was a wine, what do they call them?
So he drank what he was handed. I mean, I, I think we like Beaujolais. Those were good.
Mhm.
It's like, reds, but they're a little bit lighter. Going to go.
But Jim liked he liked the New York ones, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't even know if Addie can hear me.
But I turned my mic off. So.
All right, I'm putting it on in. No, 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 no. Plates out, got the naan in. I turned the oven off a while ago. So that naan, it's still pretty hot though. So his naan should be about a minute or two. You gonna do a mukbang, Chris? There are 5 people in there. Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a good Sunday. If you're looking for moral support, this is the place to be. Addie Pickle can help with that as well. Yeah. Although I was surprised at some of those muscadine wines. I usually don't like muscadine wines, but we tasted some here from Georgia. They were pretty good. Boone's Farm. Now, I have a stupid palate. Even when I was smoking, I could like pick out different spices and flavors. So my palate's a bit sensitive. Yes. Yes. All right. Where is so I have 35% power.
I'll move I can move the battery over so you're.
I've got it. It's plugged in.
Okay, good.
Yep. Now Chris was busy today. He did yard work. He did both riding mower and push mower, and he did some weeding. And you folded the towels from laundry last night.
Yeah, I pulled all the clothes from the laundry last night.
Thanks. I'm kind of looking forward to the cooler weather a little bit. Not that I've been out in this heat and not that it's been so hot. But it's crazy that most of the summers here have been in the 80s. Just
It's good to go from complaining about the heat to complaining about the cold.
I'll just complain,
Reality is not conforming to our wishes.
huh? Yeah. I don't know if mother and the daughter duo are still on. I always forget their name. I think it's Wanda and Diana. And I never know who's on under the account. If it's mother or daughter. Yeah. Yeah, I did editing. That's what I did. That's about it. That's about it. You ready to eat, honey?
Yep.
What are you having for dinner tonight, Addie? Charge. I'm going to take you back over. Yeah. Dun, dun. All right. Those are done. So you need the naan for sopping up the sauce. It's a requirement. Because you don't want to leave any of that sauce behind. Put some naan out. This is I was going to cook some broccoli with this. Oh well. There's the plate. There's the chicken. There's a Punjabi. Sweet potato fries and chili dog. Oh my gosh, Addie. See, I want some of that. I like sweet potato fries. Chris doesn't care for them so much. I think they're the best things. Oh, wow. So good. I'm not a big French fry person. They just, I don't know, they just can't seem to get French fries right. And unless you're in Europe, and then the Europeans, they know how to like double fry for extra crispness. That I like. That I like. And there's my plate. Yeah. Kind of know what them would be saying about this. Chutney. Ooh, the chutney is a little bit like a jelly-ish kind of thing. Mango and ginger in it. For your health. Yum. All right, I think we're gonna sign off of this live, baby. Oh yeah, steak fries cuts are good. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're gonna close down. Enjoy our dinner. Cheers, Addie. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your dinner. And mail me some of that stuff, huh? Anyway, we'll see y'all later. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And thanks for watching. Adios. Toodaloo.